The problem is that we have an old kind of fence that has seen better days. What we're going to do with this project is leave the existing fence posts in place and put a newly designed, kind of cool looking fence to change the look of this backyard. The next step is to establish straight, and I want to distinguish that between straight and level. I don't know what the ground is doing here, and it looks like Animal from the Muppets set these posts. They're all over the place. But when I set the new 1x6s on here laterally or horizontally, I want them to be straight and in plane with each other and relatively close to the tops of these posts. So I'm going to take a Spax number 10 by 3 inch screw, which you've all seen in my other videos before, and I'm going to drop them in right to that top helix on the thread. Then, we've already established one down there. I'm going to take ye old mason's line, cut about 4 feet extra, like this, and then I'm going to do my handy dandy trucker's hitch, which you can see in the how to tie a trucker's hitch video that I'll link somewhere around here, however YouTube works. So just snug it up, string it straight, baby. Boom! I'm going to get rid of these old panels, and nothing really earth-shattering here, except that there's about a giant hodgepodge of fast tenors and what have you here. The posts are 8 feet apart, but they're 8 feet apart on center, which means I need to put a filler on each edge so I can go center of this post to center of this post and make the most out of my 16-foot pressure-treated 1x6, out of which this horizontal planking will be fabricated. This one I'm going to hold off, but into where my other pieces end. So that can stay here for now. One key to worksite success is what I would call a sensible setup. So my primary cutting tool here is the chordless circle saw, some wood blocks for standoffs. On the all but unimprovable Omni table is also a sort of catch-all for different little things that tend to pile up. Then we also have storage for materials. These sawhorses I've had for about 6 hours, and my love affair for them is only just beginning. However, we can square the ends of the boards, make our cuts in the middle, all the work is supported, we're not death gripping any of the material, and it's really a good way to go. So I like this. It's saving me time every time I make a cut. And I can work standing up. How about that? These boards have some bark on them, and the customer really likes that look. So I've positioned these boards so if I've got any bark or chamfered stuff on there, it faces the yard. This goes in here like this, flush to the top, and then just a little pressure in the center. Hopefully I don't make myself look like a dope. And surely there's going to be a faster way to do this, but I haven't figured this part out yet. So what I'm doing, because my posts aren't plumb, nothing's parallel, is this length changes from board to board. It can be as much as 1/4 of an inch sometimes. 96 3/8. So then I just come over here. Hopefully I don't make myself look like a dope. Then I'll use my spacer blocks and sort of repeat the process. Please fit! 1, 2, and so on down the line. We got our verticals in, and I'm mounting them flush to the edges of the posts, really no matter what the post is doing. And I've got one here, it's 1 1/4 inches below that line, and I've got one here. It's also 1 1/4 inches below that line. That number's arbitrary, it just worked out that way. 3 3-inch screws in here. 1, 2, Hopefully I don't make myself look like a dope. And 3, we're already in there. Squared that end up already. I'll come down here for my measurement, and I'll square it. This is the DIY square trick that I use all the time. As a saw guide, just set it up, adjust my saw, and poof, square cut. Then I'll take the second impact driver I have set up over here. I'll look for my show side. Screws started. Then we'll take this over here. Nice and flush. This will work. The theory here is I cut me a wedge tube 6. I'm going to jam it in here, and as you can see, this post is a little schmangled for whatever reason. In theory, I can move it back. In theory, I think it's moving a little. Oh! That's almost straight back up and down. Inclined planes win the day. A couple of post faces visible from the seating area. Well, they were visible. This is new, this is old. So rip down some 1x to 5 inches, cut it to length, put it in place as a post cap. Why is the ground so far away from me now? My customer likes purple. Gate hardware we're reusing the old hardware, is black. Good thing I speak Krylanese. Hopefully I don't make myself look like a dope. So we'll just put on a few light coats, spraying from, I don't know, 6 inches away or so. Krylon will start to skin up and be recoatable about 10 minutes. You can use it for interior or exterior. I'll just make sure I get a little purple on everything. I'll come back, coat it later. So there was a drop from this panel's post to the other side of the gate. Customer didn't like that, and I agree. So all I'm gonna say is King Khufu ain't got nothing on me. Purple Pyramid. That was fun. And that's all she wrote. Good luck with your projects. I'll see you on the next go around.